The memory of how smooth he was throwing the ball, how accurate he was, and what a catchable ball he threw.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Now the third-year man from Alabama State, Isaiah Crowell. Isaiah Crowell, he's all alone. 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Holding offense.
And that penalty will wipe out a big gain by the offense. And an encroachment penalty here will cost them 5 yards.
And it makes it so simple, doesn't it? An easy free 5 yards for the offense given to them by the defense.
Still first down.
Crowell. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
On second down, Osweiler firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And we peek at the defense now for Philadelphia.
Ronald Darby's selection makes a general manager look good. A terrific ball hawk who is eager to tackle in the run game.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They go play action now. Osweiler. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A gain of 3, second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Now let's go.
On second down, here's Wentz. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition, because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
Lucky 56. Now let's go.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Browns getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. Again, it's Crowell. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. Now a carry for the second-year man, Duke Johnson. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it won't be a pick 6, but he will have his guys set up at the 2-yard line.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call backed up or coming out on offense, meaning you're backed up close to your own goal line. Big-time emphasis on practicing that to try and create some room at no less to give the punter a chance to kick the ball away. It means take care of the ball, try and create some space. They were doing that, and the ball comes free.
No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 3rd and short.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board. But the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if. While the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. We focus our attention now on the Eagles' defense. Forced the fumble last time. Now 2 turnovers that they forced here in this first half, Charles.
And this defense has set the tone for the game. Taking it away twice here in the first half of the game, that's going to make the offense so uncomfortable the rest of the game and really make
the offense will try to prove you wrong here. They'll try to find that comfort. They begin with a run by Crowell. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Now it's Osweiler finding time. He can't bring him down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Chris Long in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
And now the offense will look to respond after the sack. On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10. 3rd down now following the run.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now Osweiler, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now the Browns' replacement for Andy Lee. It's seventh-year man Britton Colquitt on to punt it. He'll return it from the 6. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. And now we get our first peek at a rookie QB, and doing that in the NFL as a rookie, playing quarterback, it's an accomplishment. It's also nerve-wracking.
To put it mildly, I don't care how much preparation they've had. I don't care how much success they've had in college. The NFL is the ultimate level for these guys, and trotting out there the first time, yeah, they'll feel prepared, but they also will be extremely nervous.
That one goes for 24 yards. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. And the tight end, Zach Ertz, is key in this offense as we get a look at the starters.
Comes out of the factory known as Stanford, which keeps putting out tight ends. Zach Ertz, one of the better ones we've seen in recent years.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And here's the starting crew defensively for Cleveland.
Joe Hayden is a complete cornerback. He tackles, he covers, and does everything with incredible speed.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Blunt, the lone running back. Now Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
So 1 quarter in the books on NFL kickoff weekend. 3-0 is our score, and we're back to Philadelphia after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not...
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. From the gun, it's Wentz. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Here we go now. Good.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. LeGarrette Blunt was the intended target. And it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky, but that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up, this should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
They'll run it again with Crowell. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Here we go now.
On 3rd down, Osweiler completes it right side to Britt. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain.
Holding offense.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
And when all else fails, friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Aguilar has it. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. There doesn't need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
2nd down following the incompletion.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call tippy toes if that one was completed.
Here's Blunt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Let's go. Green 39.
Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on first down. He sets to... Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Throwing now is Wentz. Smith catches left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Blunt. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here we go now.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Going underneath to Blunt. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll come out in the pistol. Again, here's Blunt. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
To throw is Wentz, and he connects with Ertz. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a 1st down.
They were full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key 1st down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. They'll run the option left. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Wentz now to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old-school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver, and it's 4th down.
But that was pretty nice to watch if you like a defense's perspective because they understood where the 1st down line was as much as the offensive guys did. Did not give up any more ground, and when the ball was thrown, reacted really well and swatted it away. One of the advantages of zone defense, you never take your eyes off the quarterback, and when he reacts, you do exactly the same and go get the ball.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so a first chance here in week 1 to see the ball be brought out with the new rule to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Eagles defense. They work their way back onto the field. And the interception the last time, their third takeaway of the game, Charles.
They're just flocking to the football so well. And not only are they doing that, they're making big-time plays and taking it away from them. Big hits, big plays. They're looking very good in this ball game.
You said flocking, flying to the football. Coaches always use that, don't they?
They really do. It's almost as it goes back to the old, when they click off the frame at the end of a play, they want to see all 11 defensive guys in that picture.
Here's a give to Crowell. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
3rd and 2. Now Osweiler. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll throw on first down with Osweiler. And Green with a catch left side. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. On the right side, caught by Green. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Again, Osweiler. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Isaiah Crowell, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he will find his man. It's Kenny Brett. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
On 2nd down, here's Osweiler. Now here's the first NFL catch for Corey Coleman. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go now. Green 39.
From the red zone now, here's Osweiler on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 5. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here.
Here we go now.
They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On second down, Osweiler. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. And now they're in the hurry-up. On third and goal, Osweiler under pressure, and they got to him again. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. And Frank's kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
Now it's Franks following the made field goal to send it away. This will be fielded at the 6. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Back down to that Philly. Here we go. Here we go now. Blue line.
They'll begin here with Blunt. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Eagles are in a tight game, and that's while winning the turnover battle. The Browns have to feel somewhat lucky to still be in such a close game, considering those turnovers. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Offense on the field now after the pick. Wentz's throw under pressure leads to the turnover. Taylor's is the one who makes the pick, halting the offense's drive. Offense now with the shot after the pick. The ball will pop out here on the run. He ended up running for a huge gain of 95 yards on the play. On offense, first quarter winding down, broken coverage here on the pass play, and he'll end up picking up 28 yards on the play. However, later on the drive, they would attempt and miss the field goal try.
Okay, Larry, thank you. No touchdowns in our first half. What will we see in half number 2? Time to find out. This will be fielded at the 6, and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay, but in order to get this...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. LeGarrette Blount, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's up and good to make the score 13-3. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Osweiler on second down. He's got time. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end. And it's third down. Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
Let's see what they go to here on third down and 6.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now Wentz. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. From the shotgun, Osweiler. Now the ball's out. Osweiler lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This a 33-yard attempt. And Frank's kick is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Now it's Franks following the made field goal to send it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. When you've got a big guy like that in your backfield who runs as a big man and breaks tackles, it is paramount for a defense to have extra defenders in his vicinity at all times. Because you got to figure he's going to break through the first guy. You're going to need tacklers 2, 3, 4 in order to get him down. Because if you don't, he can continue to run and run it really, really well.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it, no one got it. Wentz will try again on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Now Wentz on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll punt it away for the second time.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. We put our attention now on the Eagles' defense. And a really nice job last time. Offense had great field position, but they were able to hold them just 4 plays, and they had to hit the field goal.
We saw the benefits of practice there from the defense, though, didn't we? Because most teams, when they got that type of field position that they have to start defense on, they treat it almost like what we call sudden change. You know, after a turnover or a big kick return, whatever that is, you tell the guys, listen, you got to bow up. You got to get in there. Make sure you don't give up any more than a field goal.
They bowed up all right. We'll see if they bow up again.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
A first down carry now for Crowell. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Oh, hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. On second down, here's Osweiler. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Third and long. It's Osweiler. And a big loss here as he's taken down.